So the night that Eve died, she arrived home at about 8:30.
She left school at 4.
And in between? That's 4.5 hours. You don't know?
What, you think that's suspicious?
Not necessarily, no.
She died alone in her bed, Professor. There was no sign of assault, no proof she was sexually active. Eve was a good girl, churchgoer. Are you saying this is a crime now?
I'm just saying...
Just because her phone's missing? Because that would be my job, wouldn't it? A dead girl with a missing phone? Unless, of course, you found her phone implanted somewhere, you know. You didn't, did you? Find it implanted in her?
I don't know anything about her phone.
Really? So what are you doing here?
So, this is it, is it? This is where I spill?
No. This is just a safe place, that's all.
And nobody sees what happens here? No one?
Why don't you just tell me what you want to talk about? How are things at home?
Fine. My dad's a hedge fund manager. My mum's a movie star, and my little brother's just been signed up by Justin Bieber's agent.
Great. So you're just here to gloat, is it?
I'm not here to talk about my family. It's me that's the problem.
And you know, there are exceptions to this confidentiality. Say when a patient is in danger, particularly if the patient is young, naive.
Yeah, well, Eve's in no danger now.
You don't want to incriminate yourself.
No, I mean, incriminate myself. Why would anyone want to incriminate themselves?
Your conscience is clear.
No, I didn't say that. No, listen, I was treating her, Leo. Now she's dead. Of course that's going to be on my conscience. I'm not evoking some general rule of confidentiality here, you know? I mean, Eve made me promise not to tell anybody what passed between us. Not her parents, not anybody. That's the only basis on which she talked to me.
She was a 15-year-old girl, Sean.
What, you think I was screwing her?
Were you?
What? Is that what you do to your patients? Screw top. Hey, what are you doing?
It's not dark, but it's loud. Close your eyes and click with your tongue.
Something there.
We can hear much better than we can see. We can hear around corners, and we can hear behind us.
Yeah, it's changed. Your hands have gone yet.
When I was little, I used to try and spend the whole day with my eyes closed. But it's not the same if you can open them again, though, is it? 2 days. 2 nights in a tomb, 2 days stone cold dead.
We're not talking about John anymore, Eva.
Why don't you believe? I'd trust you much more if you believed. Can you imagine it? Jesus thought his father had abandoned him. He thought he was dead, and then... Wow.
Come on, Eve. Your session started 5 minutes ago.
I can't, silly. I'm dead.
Professor Dalton has further requested an X-ray of Eve Gilston against the same presumption of long QT syndrome.
What are you looking for?
Anything, scoliosis, clinodactyly, syndactyly, anything that might possibly indicate long QT.
What, Anderson, Tawell, Timothy's?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty rare, isn't it? It would be like...
Like you actually finishing one of your sentences?
Drives him nuts, doesn't it? The idea that someone could die and he wouldn't be able to explain why.
No visible cranial or mandible deformity suggesting variant long QT. Or
Yeah, I see it. The carpal bones are separated.
The scapholunate ligament's been ruptured. Not recent, though. So we've got something. Old sports injury or childhood fall, maybe?
I suppose so. If she fell on both hands. Okay.
At least for joint injury. You can still see the displacement between the metatarsals and the tarsus.
They're entirely symmetrical, hands and feet. If she was pinned down, restrained. Nothing recent. No discoloration or bruising. They're very short.
So are yours.
I'm not 15.
And you don't live in Essex.
Looks like they were done in a hurry.
By someone else, perhaps?
What is it?
I think it's paper.
You looking for something?
He's so sure about stuff. The whole world's inside his head. Maybe if you can't see, you can cut out all that other crap.
Must have been very difficult for you growing up, Eve. I mean, your brother John seems to be the complete focus of the house for you and your parents.
That's why I'm here. Because I was neglected.
Is it?
I love my little brother more than I love anyone. Oh, I pray for him every day.
What do you pray for?
Well, what do you think? He didn't choose to be blind. It's not his fault.
It's nobody's fault, Eve.
Is that right? How liberal and politically correct you are. Sometimes it is someone's fault, and sometimes there's someone to blame.
Who? Your parents? Something your mother did when she was pregnant? Who's to blame,
My
Eve?
mum, of course it's not her fault. Her and Dad would do anything for John. He wasn't born blind. He had blindness thrust upon him.
Well, who blinded John, Eve?
I want to go now. I hate that flat. Walls made of cardboard and chewing gum. The stuff I have to hear. The guy next to us, he brings prostitutes home. They scream and moan.
That make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. I can't sleep. You think I'm some sort of prude? I know about sex. Just because I don't do it.
Do you think you ought to be doing it?
It's all they talk about at school. People inside people, it's weird. That's not God's plan for us.
So what's God's plan?
Are you making fun of me?
No, no, no. No, I wouldn't want to hear that stuff any more than you did. No, no. So, what's a good sound?
Normal stuff. The wind in the trees. The rain on the roof sometimes. At my old house, my mum had a porch where she grew flowers. You could hear the rain tapping off it. It was my granny's house. My dad was born there. I was born there. John too. No one lives there now. Not really. How stupid is that? The bank takes the house away from us and that's what happens. I used to go there sometimes.
What was it you were looking for?
I thought maybe I could figure out what went wrong. me. Inside me.